Hey, welcome back to the channel. Sometimes when I'm dinking around with my toys, I'm just I got a laser sight that I put on here, just a laser that I put onto my my pistol, my Glock 19. When we go to the indoor range, you know, it's kind of nice just to have something to kind of line up, so I don't have to depend too much on the sights, especially, you know, in dark areas, things like that. So sometimes I train with a laser. You know, as you guys know, I'm not real big on red dot scopes. I'm not to that point yet that I want to put a red dot on my pistols. But I do have this laser that I put on, and yeah, I like to just dink around with my stuff, right? Also just bought this for my Banshee Streamlight ProTac round mounted light, and I'm going to be putting that on. So I just thought I'd take a few minutes and just kind of throw out a little video, kind of talk about the latest and greatest, right? What's been going on as far as the Merrick Garland, the Attorney General in the United States, talking about the arrest warrant, the search warrant, not the arrest warrant, but the search warrant for Mar-a-Lago, right? I thought it was a little interesting that they are going to that they executed the search warrant based on the espionage clause, right? The espionage clause. That was the whole thing that Hillary Clinton, when what did the other bonehead FBI director, what was his name? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. That idiot Comey, James Comey, when James Comey supposedly went after Hillary Clinton, you know, he kind of said that no reasonable attorney general or no reasonable prosecutor would ever bring charges up on the Espionage Act because, you know, there's really no proof. It's hard to prosecute, and yet you have the new Attorney General, Merrick Garland, who is more than willing to file charges under the Espionage Act because, you know, they're hell-bent on getting Donald Trump. I said this before. I think that it is an absolute fishing expedition. I think that they're hunting for evidence. And let's kind of be clear, right? Let's kind of be clear. They want to go after Donald Trump for espionage, right? The president that probably one of the first presidents in a long time. I think the only president I can remember that was probably more patriotic than Donald Trump was Ronald Reagan, right? Was Ronald Reagan. And you're going to tell me that Donald Trump was going to sell secrets to a foreign government? The man had plenty of money. He's a billionaire, plenty of freaking money. He has an America First policy, for God's sake. And these fools, these idiots, want you to believe that this guy is going to turn on the United States. How much evidence do we have of Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, doing foreign business dealings, dealing with foreign countries who are our adversaries? Russia, Ukraine, friggin' China. I mean, good God almighty. And you're going after Donald Trump? I mean, Donald Trump's trying to stop money from going to foreign governments. And Joe Biden's giving it away like, I don't know, he's Santa Claus. It just makes absolutely zero sense to me that that they would have anything on Donald Trump that of this man actually trying to peddle secrets or classified material to foreign governments. I just think that's absolutely absurd. I think it's fucking ridiculous. And these idiots The sad thing about it is these idiots will probably end up prosecuting him on that over bullshit, right? We just saw the Clinton attorney who was all involved in the whole Russiagate stuff actually go to trial, guilty as all get out, evidence that proves he's absolutely guilty, and yet found not guilty by, I don't know, a jury filled with Clinton donors and Obama supporters, and their whole thing was, we have more important things to go after, like stopping Donald Trump. I think that's insane. It's sad. And you hear the Democrats always talking about nobody is above the law, right? Nobody is above the law. Well, apparently Clinton is. Apparently anybody associated with Russiagate is. Apparently anybody associated with the Clinton Foundation is. Apparently everybody associated with Benghazi. Obama and the whole, the Fast and Furious thing with the other AG there, Obama's Attorney General. That they're all above the law. The Biden family, absolutely above the law. Nancy Pelosi can do insider trading. You got Smallwell or Stillwell or whatever the fuck his name is, that freaking congressman who ended up sleeping with a Chinese spy. The man he sits on some kind of a defense committee. He's sleeping with a Chinese spy, and yet zero happens to him. Absolutely zero. And yet they're pushing this collusion. They're pushing all these things about Donald Trump. And I'll tell you, like I said in my last video, I think this is just going to energize the base. I'm certainly energized. I'm certainly motivated because, I think this is just, it's getting to be so bad in the swamp that personally, guys, I believe, Donald Trump he's the only one that can actually save this country. I think he is tough enough, he has the tenacity to be able to weather these storms after all the shit that they've put him through. The man is still standing strong. I don't think there's any other politician who has the guts to go into Washington and actually clean house like Donald Trump does. The man's got balls as big as church bells, for God's sake. But he's the only one. You name me anybody else. You can sit there and say, well, Ron DeSantis. I don't think Ron DeSantis will do that. I don't think he has enough political power to be able to do that as far as the people that he will have around him. That's why it's so important that every single Republican running for office that Donald Trump supports gets elected and gets in office so they can finally clear the swamp. And I certainly hope one of the first things that they do is term limits. But fire everybody in the upper echelon of the CIA, the FBI, every single person in the upper echelon on that shit needs to go. Needs to go. Because I think it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. Because these people, they have a really, really bad agenda for this country. And so, again, I believe that Donald Trump is the only one who has the balls to stand up to these people and actually do something. Now, there are going to be a lot of people, I don't think, there's probably a lot of people that won't agree with me. And you know what? So be it. Hey, to each their own, right? I think that, if you got anything better, put it forward, because again, Ron DeSantis, I don't think Ron DeSantis is going to have the political clout. They're going to go after him. They're going to do all kinds of crazy shit to him. And he's probably, I don't know if he's going to cave, to the politics, but I mean, there isn't a whole lot that says, and if he does, he's going to go through the same shit that Trump went through. And what's that going to bring? What's that going to bring? He's going to spend 4 years fighting for his political life while the swamp continues to get bigger, the deep state continues to get deeper, and they're going to suck more people into it. So that's why I think Donald Trump has to be the candidate. I think he has has to be the guy that go there and gets it done. Now, I predicted this a long time ago. I think Trump is going to pick DeSantis as his running mate, as vice president, and they're going to clean it up, and we're going to see 4 years of Donald Trump, and then we're going to see 8 years of Ron DeSantis. And I'm certainly hoping that that DeSantis picks a really strong female vice president. I mean, you got tons and tons of people, right? There's a lot of really great. Kristi Noem, the governor for I think it's South Dakota. Kristi Noem would be a fantastic vice president for DeSantis, and I think that she will be the first female vice president, or the first female president, not vice president, the first female president in the history of this country. But I think it's going to have to come from the Republicans, because the Democrats, I mean, obviously cannot be trusted, right? They can't be trusted. And these people are so freaking crooked. They're just, it's disgusting. It's vile. And I think, again, I think that's the only way to stop these people is to get Donald Trump back into office so he can make a positive change for the better in this country. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, leave it in the comments, as I really want to open this up. Let me know what you think, because, you know, this whole era of getting politically ramrodded, I think, is just bullshit. And I think it's got to come to an end, because if you're like me and most Americans, you know, we're just sick and tired of it. We're sick and tired of it. And we're sick and tired of the double standards, and we're sick and tired of hearing that nobody is above the law. And yet every single time you turn around, there's not one Democrat actually being punished for anything that they do. Smallwell wasn't even taken off of any committees, for God's sake. He's sleeping with a Chinese spy, and he's not taken off any committees. Zero happens to Hillary Clinton. Zero happens. And Barack Obama took a ton of paperwork out of the White House. And the archives, the National Archives, asked him to, bring it all back. Bring most of it back. He has, to this day, refused to do that. I don't see his door getting busted down. But for some reason or another, they can't stand Donald Trump so much. He's that big of a threat to them that they have to go after him. So, again, I think there's going to be a huge change coming in this country, the political change, and I'm actually looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. But until then, there's going to be some challenges, and we got to weather the storm. But it starts with getting the right people elected. So whatever you do, make sure you get out and vote. That's kind of all I've got for you guys. Like I say, I'm just sitting in shop here, playing around with my toys. It's what I do. And this light, by the way, guys, Bass Pro had that light on sale for $110. Now it's only the 350 watt, or lumen, not watt, 350 lumen flashlight. But I will tell you, in close quarters, right, that's all I need to light up that space, right, to light up that room. There's a trigger, little switch over here, pressure switch, that I'm gonna mount on the side, so I can operate it when I put my hand on the side of the weapon here. I'll be able to turn it on and off as needed, because I certainly don't want to telegraph where I am to any bad people, right? Anyway, leave some comments below. If you haven't already, guys, hit that subscribe button, smack that bell, smack the subscribe button, whatever the hell they say anymore, and leave me some comments. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.